This is Oxford, a city famous the world over for its university, which is the oldest in the English-speaking world, its beautiful architecture, giving it the nickname of the City of Dreaming Spires, and unsurprisingly, many places here were used as filming locations for the Harry Potter movies. But we only have a few hours to explore, so join us as we climb to the top of Oxford's iconic Carfax Tower.
Oh my god. This is tight. This wasn't the best idea after pancakes. Made it to the top. High five.
Pay a visit to some of the city's most popular museums.
This is the only museum in the world that has soft tissue of a real dodo.
And take ourselves on a self-guided walking tour of some of Oxford's most famous sites.
Well, good morning from Oxford, the city of Spires, which on a sleepy Sunday morning is just starting to come to life, a little bit like us.
I know the feeling.
We've had a little bit of help though, because like we normally do, we've been to find coffee and breakfast as soon as we got here, and we found a place called Theo's Cafe. Now, they do some really nice pastries in there, but we resisted the urge and went for something a little bit healthier, pancakes.
Not really healthy, really, was it?
Well, we did go for one of their sweet pancakes, which was loaded with fruit, bananas, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, so there's a bit of balance.
Kind of a bit of a balance.
And then we also had a savoury option, which was egg, bacon, rocket, and a spicy oil, and they were both absolutely delicious. We devoured both of them.
I was a little bit worried when it said spicy oil, but it's only a touch of spice.
I went for a chai latte for a bit of a change, actually, because we'd already had a coffee this morning. He stuck with the Americano, which come in a bougie little cup.
It's cute. It was a bit weird to drink from, though.
Oh.
No, it was just weird. It just felt awkward. It looked cute, though.
Okay. And I've got to commend them. The toilet in there was beautiful. So beautiful, in fact, I'd done something I don't normally do and actually recorded a clip of it.
I nearly done that, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, but he's the weird one.
But anyway, as Oxford is starting to wake up, there's lots for us to explore here. This is an absolutely beautiful city, so we better crack on, and we're heading to the Carfax Tower, which you can actually climb to the top of to get some panoramic views of the city. It's a way to burn off breakfast.
Yeah.
Now, we intended to do this last time we were in Oxford, but we actually ended up somehow climbing completely different tower, the completely wrong one that we hadn't intended to climb.
Although we didn't realise till we got home. Is that right?
We didn't. Until we were editing the video.
Yeah.
So this time we're climbing the right one. And this is the right tower this time. This is the Carfax Tower, which has got a really beautiful clock on it. And those two men ding those bells on the hour. We'll have to see if we can capture that later.
Yeah, I mean, or by the time we get up there and come down, is it going to take about 45 minutes?
I don't think it's going to take us 45 minutes.
No.
Mind you, we're carrying pancakes, so maybe. Oh my God. This is tight. This wasn't the best idea after pancakes. These are squeezy. They're tight. Some more now.
I need to feel back.
You can go first this time.
Maybe we should have sat down before for a little while.
Let's just get it over with.
I mean, I'm bigger than the steps by the look of it.
You are, mind your head.
Although, the bonus of this is you get to go up slow, so it's not exhausting.
Okay, just send me a picture of the views when you get there, yeah?
Comment down below. Will you do this? Because I'm curious.
Maybe not after pancakes.
No.
Too busy minding your head, you didn't mind your knee.
No. Oh.
Made it to the top. High five.
Can I just add, that breeze is quite brisk.
It is
Chilly up here.
But you can see 360 across Oxford. You can see all of its famous spires. The reason it's called the City of Spires.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're going to be there
10,
a while.
11, there's loads.
It has been irritating me for 2 years since we were last here that we climbed the wrong tower. Now I feel like everything is right again.
Cool, that means we can go home now.
And ironically, you can actually see the tower that we mistakenly climbed last time from this one.
I don't know how we did that, but we're all human, we all make mistakes. And he's the tour guide, not me, so I just follow him.
And controversially, the other one's better. Because it's got like this old working clock mechanism and that on the way up and things to see. Sorry, Carfax Tower, but I feel accomplished.
Oh, I just looked up and made me feel funny. Oh, don't look up.
Well, it turns out the stairs in the Carfax Tower are much worse on your legs on the way down.
I smacked both knees. I smacked my left one on the way up, my right one on the way down.
But we finally conquered the tower after 2 years of doing the wrong one. And speaking of towers, we've just walked past Tom's Tower, which apparently is home to the loudest bell in Oxford. Now, we've heard quite a lot of bells across Oxford already this morning, but apparently old Tom has the biggest dong. Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
The worst thing about... Oh, my hat's wonky. The worst thing about that was, as he said that, someone walked past. They were like,
Free public entertainment.
we're going to get kicked out.
Kicked out of the public
Kicked
park.
out of Oxford.
But we're now just walking through Christchurch Meadow, and last time we were here we saw some deer in this green space next to us, but can't see any today, so I don't know if they're always there.
I'm guessing not.
Or maybe they can go a lot further than we can see.
Yeah, but then again, they are doing work here at the moment, so maybe they're just
Hiding.
maybe.
Right, Josh, somewhere here is a famous tree called the Watcher tree, and apparently it emanates some sort of unseen force that inspires creativity, and according to the reviews online, you can feel it. You don't need to know which one it is, you can just sense which tree it is. So can you tell us which one it is?
The big chunky one in the middle.
I actually have no idea, but I've got a feeling it might be that little one.
What, the one surrounded by flowers?
Yeah.
Why that one?
I don't know. Now everybody online seems to have taken a picture of one of these different trees, so it kind of made it hard to figure out which one it was. We think we've worked it out though, and if you look at the tree that we think it is, it almost looks like it's got eyes, so maybe that's why it's called the Watcher tree.
That would probably make sense.
One of the things we love most about Oxford is that you can just wander the maze of historic streets at your leisure and take in some of the iconic landmarks, like the Radcliffe Camera, part of the Bodleian Library. Built between 1737 and 1749, its standalone location in the heart of Oxford makes it an impressive sight, although you can't go inside unless you're a card holder or book a guided tour. Next up, it's Oxford's version of Venice's The Bridge of Sighs, or to use its official name, the Hertford Bridge, which was constructed to connect two parts of Hertford College. And if it's cold when you visit like it was for us, and you've had enough of wandering outside, you can head into one of Oxford's many free museums. Our particular favourite is the Museum of Natural History.
Well, apparently the Natural History Museum is a popular place to be on a Sunday afternoon.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be busy here. I mean, when we last came here it was really quiet, but that was a Friday. Yeah, everyone's got the same idea as us today.
And last time we came, the dodo wasn't on display.
No.
So we've come back now and we've managed to see the famous iconic dodo.
Yes.
Only to find out it's not real.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be real. Never mind.
Now, we love a free museum, but you especially love a free museum with dinosaurs in it.
I do.
And in there they had a 165 million year old nearly complete skeleton of a plesiosaur that was discovered near Peterborough. I don't think I've ever seen you stand and read about something in a museum for as long as you did that.
No, I'm more of a looker than a reader, but it was quite interesting to read that one, and a lot of it it's still within the rock or clay. They can't chisel it out because it will damage it, so they did x-rays and stuff. Yeah, I don't do a lot of reading, but I did today.
But you do science today in Oxford.
I do, yeah.
And also we did see another dodo exhibition that said, actually, this is the only museum in the world that has soft tissue of a real dodo. So some of what we saw was in fact a real dodo, so we're happier now. And then what's really good is you walk through the back and you're into a second museum, the Pitt Rivers Museum, which is like a collection of artefacts from all over the world and local as well. There was a set of stocks in there from a village in Oxfordshire.
Yep.
A really impressive totem pole that is from Canada, and some really creepy masks. They've got a really creepy mask collection in there.
It's very unusual, that part of the museum.
Less busy than the natural history bit though.
Yeah.
Probably because a lot of people are creeped out by it. And even better still, just outside it is Horsebox Coffee. I've picked myself up a hot chocolate with cream and marshmallows because it is a chilly.
Chilly. I've gone for a chai latte, something a bit different.
And even though it's chilly, we're al fresco, baby. So cheers to Oxford.
Cheers.
And the 165 million year old plesiosaur.
I know the feeling.
Well, this is where we started the day. There is Theo's cafe that we had breakfast in. It was absolutely dead round here about 3 hours ago, and now it's completely busted and completely come to life. You know you are in a student city when the place comes to life at midday on a Sunday.
I was going to say, because it was very weird when we first got here. It was like 10 o'clock and everything was still shut. There was no one about.
Has the place been evacuated and we didn't know?
But yeah, like it's what, 2 o'clock now nearly, and everyone's up, everyone's awake.
Now we've just discovered that Oxford has a covered market, and by discovered I mean we were drawn in by the smell of food. Now, being Sunday, a lot of the shops in there were shut, but some of those eateries were chucking out some incredible smells, which we managed to resist. However, it's a really cool place to walk around in there because they've got some like massive paper lanterns depicting the characters from Alice in Wonderland.
I kind of wish we went there for lunch.
Yeah,
he didn't.
He made us go to Popeye's Chicken.
It's nice.
And there aren't that many around the UK near us, so
No,
we do take the opportunity.
Every time we're near
sometimes.
one, we kind of just pop in and have their tenders, because their tenders are really nice.
But obviously they've got Alice in Wonderland characters in there because Lewis Carroll, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, actually spent a lot of time in Oxford. I think he lived there for a little while. I don't know if he was an academic there or not, but there's even an Alice in Wonderland shop which we've visited before.
Yep.
And if you're thinking to yourself, where the heck are you? Because this doesn't look much like Oxford. We're at the Oxford Parkway Park and Ride because last time we come to Oxford, it was very difficult to find parking. This city is notorious for being difficult and expensive to find parking. So if you're going to drive to Oxford, check out one of the park and rides. There's about 6 of them around the city.
I think we paid £5. That was through the Ringo app.
For parking, and 2 of us, which I think include up to enough 3 children as well.
Yeah, and that was for 17 hours.
Super easy as well. Those buses are really nice and comfortable.
And they're electric as well.
And
really
they've got USB and USB-C charging on them as well. So there we go. Historic Oxford, modern day buses.
Yes.
And if you can't get enough of wandering historic cities with incredible architecture, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because next week we will be visiting Oxford's arch rivals Cambridge for the very first time. If that video is already available, it will be on screen now. Otherwise, YouTube has selected another video that it thinks you may like to watch next.